Hello, everyone. Welcome to English with me. In today's lesson, you're going to learn how to confidently talk about yourself in English. We'll practice introductions, backgrounds, hobbies, and a lot more through a real conversation. Let's begin right away. Tell me about yourself.
Sure. My name is Alex. I'm 27 years old and I currently live in Bangalore, India. I work as a software developer in a multinational company. I've been in this field for about 5 years, and so far it has been an exciting and rewarding journey, full of learning and growth.
That's wonderful. Could you tell me a little more about your background and how you ended up where you are now?
Of course, I was born and raised in Mumbai, where I also completed my schooling. After finishing high school, I moved to Bangalore for college because it's one of the major tech hubs of India. I studied computer science and engineering, and during those 4 years, I developed a strong interest in coding, building small apps, and solving logical problems. That passion gradually led me to pursue a career in software development.
Interesting. Many people study computer science, but not everyone enjoys coding. What made you want to continue in this field even after graduation?
I think the main reason is that I genuinely enjoy solving problems. Whenever I face an error in code, I don't see it as a failure. I see it as a puzzle. Fixing it feels like a small achievement. Also, technology is always evolving. Every few months, there's a new tool, framework, or approach. So I get to learn something new almost every day. That constant change keeps me motivated and excited about my work.
That's a very positive way of looking at challenges. Now, outside of work, what do you usually do in your free time?
In my free time, I try different things to keep my mind fresh. I really enjoy reading novels, especially mystery and science fiction. I'm fascinated by the way mystery writers create suspense and how science fiction explores future possibilities. I also love cooking. My favorite cuisine is Italian, so I experiment with dishes like pasta, pizza, and risotto. Apart from that, I'm passionate about traveling. Visiting new places and experiencing different cultures gives me fresh perspectives and keeps me creative.
Wow, that's quite a variety of hobbies. Do you have a favorite travel destination so far?
Yes, one of my favorite trips was to Kerala. The backwaters and the lush greenery were incredibly peaceful, and the food was also amazing, especially the seafood and traditional Kerala dishes. I would definitely recommend visiting Kerala to anyone who loves nature and relaxation.
That sounds amazing. I'll keep it in mind. So, reading, cooking, and traveling are your main hobbies. Which of these hobbies do you think has influenced your personality the most?
I'd say traveling. Every time I travel, I meet new people, learn a few words of their language, and understand their lifestyle. This experience makes me more open-minded and adaptable. It has definitely improved my communication skills and given me confidence when talking to strangers or presenting in front of a group.
That's a great benefit of traveling. Do you also use your hobbies to improve your English?
Absolutely. When I read novels, I pick up new words and phrases. When I cook, I watch English recipe videos and follow instructions in English. And when I travel, I try to speak English with other travelers or locals. All of this makes learning English more natural and enjoyable.
Excellent strategy. Before we move to your career goals, could you share one small tip for our listeners about how to confidently introduce themselves?
Sure. Keep it simple and structured. Start with your name, then where you're from, what you do, and one or two interesting facts about yourself, maybe a hobby or a passion. Practice saying it aloud until it feels natural. You don't have to tell your whole life story. Just a few clear sentences are enough to make a good impression.
Great tip, Alex. Our viewers can actually pause the video right now and practice their own introductions following that structure.
Exactly. The more you practice, the more fluent and confident you'll become.
Now that we know about your hobbies and background, let's talk a little about your professional life. What are your current career goals, Alex?
My main goal right now is to become a senior software developer within the next 2 years. I want to take on more leadership roles in my projects and contribute to designing complex systems instead of just coding individual modules. Eventually, I hope to grow into a team lead or project manager role where I can guide other developers and shape the direction of products.
That's ambitious and impressive. What skills do you think you need to develop to reach those goals?
I believe there are 3 key areas. First, deepening my knowledge of cloud computing, especially AWS and Google Cloud, because more and more systems are moving to the cloud. Second, strengthening my understanding of software architecture and design patterns so I can build scalable systems. And third, sharpening my communication skills, because managing a team means being able to clearly explain ideas, listen to others, and resolve conflicts.
How are you planning to build these skills?
I'm taking a very deliberate approach. For technical skills, I've enrolled in online courses and certifications on cloud platforms and advanced architecture. I also participate in hackathons and code reviews at work to learn from senior engineers. For communication, I practice by giving presentations, volunteering to lead meetings, and joining group discussions. Outside of work, I read books on leadership and watch talks by experienced managers.
Has you faced any challenges in your career so far that shaped the way you work today?
Yes, definitely. One major challenge was during my first job when I had to work on a critical project with tight deadlines. I was new to the team, the technology was unfamiliar, and I felt a lot of pressure. But I learned to manage my time effectively, break large problems into smaller tasks, ask for help when needed, and stay calm under stress. It was a tough period, but a very valuable learning experience that still helps me today.
Now, that's a great lesson. If you were giving advice to someone just starting their career in software development, what would you say?
I would say never be afraid to ask questions, even if they seem simple. Everyone starts somewhere. Build a strong foundation by mastering the basics of programming rather than rushing to learn every new framework. And most importantly, keep learning continuously because technology changes rapidly. Curiosity and persistence are more important than any single skill.
Excellent advice. Balancing work and personal life is also a challenge for many professionals. How do you manage it?
It's not always easy, but I try to maintain a clear routine. I make sure to finish my most important tasks during work hours and avoid bringing work home. I dedicate evenings and weekends to family, friends, and hobbies, which helps me recharge. I also take short breaks during the day to stretch or walk. It keeps my mind fresh and prevents burnout.
That's great to hear. Finally, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
In 5 years, I hope to be leading a team of developers on exciting, impactful projects. I also want to mentor younger professionals and help them grow in their careers, just as my mentors have helped me. Beyond my career, I'd like to travel more widely and maybe learn a new language, perhaps Spanish or French, to connect with more people.
Those are inspiring goals, Alex. Our viewers can learn a lot from your approach to career growth and balance.
Thank you. I believe if you stay focused, keep improving your skills, and maintain a healthy balance, you can achieve your goals without burning out.
Let's go back a little to your student life. How was your college experience?
My college years were very enriching and formative. I attended Bangalore Institute of Technology, where I studied computer science and engineering. The coursework was challenging, but it gave me a solid foundation in algorithms, data structures, and software development. More importantly, it taught me how to think critically and work collaboratively.
Did you participate in any extracurricular activities or student clubs?
Yes, I was active in several. I joined the coding club where we held weekly problem-solving sessions and small hackathons. That really sharpened my programming skills and teamwork. I was also part of the cultural committee. Organizing events and hosting programs boosted my confidence in public speaking and helped me learn how to plan and manage time. I also volunteered for our annual Tech Fest, coordinating with sponsors and guiding visitors, which gave me practical leadership experience.
That sounds like a well-balanced college life. Looking back, what's the biggest thing you learned from those years?
The biggest lesson was that learning isn't limited to the classroom. Interacting with peers, taking initiative, and stepping out of my comfort zone taught me as much as the lectures did. It also showed me the importance of networking and building relationships early.
How do you manage your daily routine now as a working professional?
I try to keep a structured routine so that work, health, and personal interests all get space. I usually wake up around 6:30 a.m., do some light exercise or yoga for 15 to 20 minutes, and have a healthy breakfast. By 9 a.m., I start work, either from home or at the office. During the day, I take short breaks, a quick stretch, a glass of water, or a short walk to stay focused. After work, I spend time with family or pursue hobbies like reading and cooking. Before bed, I plan the next day and read a few pages of a book in English to wind down.
That's admirable. How do you stay motivated and productive throughout the day, especially when tasks feel repetitive?
I set small goals for each day so that I get a sense of accomplishment as I tick them off. I also remind myself of my long-term career goals. It puts everyday tasks in perspective. Taking short breaks, staying hydrated, and doing a bit of deep breathing keeps my energy steady. And I try to finish difficult tasks first thing in the morning when my mind is fresh.
Do you use any productivity tools or apps to help with your routine?
Yes, I rely on a few. Trello and Todoist help me organize tasks and track deadlines. I use Evernote to jot down ideas, meeting notes, or interesting resources I find online. For time management, I sometimes use a simple Pomodoro timer, 25 minutes of focus followed by a 5-minute break, which keeps me from burning out.
Great strategies. Many learners struggle to combine English practice with their daily schedule. How do you integrate English learning into your busy routine?
I weave it into small moments. I listen to English podcasts while commuting, write short reflections about my day in English at night, and watch one English video without subtitles every few days.
These micro practices don't take much time, but they add up.
That's a smart approach.
It keeps learning natural and part of my lifestyle rather than a separate chore.
We've talked about your education, daily routine, and professional goals. Let's move into something more personal. What are some of your dreams for the future, Alex, both professionally and personally?
I have many dreams. Professionally, I want to keep growing and become an expert in software architecture. I also hope to start my own tech company someday. Maybe a startup that solves everyday problems using technology. Personally, I dream of traveling to every continent, learning at least 2 new languages, and writing a book about my experiences.
Those are inspiring goals. What life lessons have you learned so far that help you stay motivated on this journey?
One important lesson is that patience and persistence are key. Success rarely happens overnight. I've faced failures and setbacks, but I've learned to view them as opportunities to grow. Another lesson is the importance of staying positive and surrounding yourself with supportive people who lift you up.
Absolutely. How do you keep yourself motivated on difficult days when things don't go as planned?
On tough days, I remind myself why I started and think about the progress I've already made. I also take small breaks to do something I enjoy, like listening to music, cooking a simple dish, or going for a walk. Talking to friends or mentors helps me regain perspective. These little steps reset my mind.
That's great advice. Do you have a role model or someone you look up to?
Yes, I admire Elon Musk for his vision and determination. He's taken bold risks and worked hard to make a huge impact in technology and space exploration. His story inspires me to be courageous and think big about my own goals.
Inspiring indeed. Finally, what message would you like to give to our listeners who are learning English and building their careers?
I would say never stop learning and don't be afraid to take risks. Believe in yourself and stay dedicated. Every small step counts toward your dreams. Keep pushing forward even when it feels slow. And when it comes to English, practice speaking as much as possible. Don't fear mistakes, they're part of learning.
Thank you so much for sharing your inspiring story and valuable advice, Alex.
Thank you for having me. I hope our conversation helps others gain confidence in speaking about themselves and pursuing their dreams.
That's the goal. And to our listeners, keep practicing, stay motivated, and we'll see you in the next episode of English with me. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
As we're reaching the end of our talk, Alex, I'd like to ask you something personal. What keeps you motivated every day to work hard, learn, and stay positive?
What motivates me most is the belief that every single day is a new opportunity. I wake up thinking about the goals I want to achieve and the impact I want to create. Having a clear purpose keeps me going, even when things get tough.
That's a powerful mindset. How do you handle setbacks or failures along the way?
I try to see setbacks as lessons rather than failures. Each challenge teaches me something new and helps me improve. I remind myself that growth comes from discomfort and persistence. This helps me stay optimistic and focused even when progress feels slow.
That's excellent advice for our listeners. Any final tips you'd like to share for people learning English or starting their careers?
Yes, for anyone learning English, practice speaking as much as possible. Don't fear mistakes, they're part of the process. And for people starting their careers, be curious and proactive. Seek out opportunities to learn and connect with others. These habits make a big difference over time.
Thank you so much for sharing your inspiring story and valuable advice today. It's been a pleasure having you on English with me.
Thank you for inviting me. I hope our conversation gives confidence to learners and professionals who are listening.
That's exactly our goal. To all our listeners, keep practicing, stay motivated, and keep building your skills. We'll see you in the next episode of English with Me. Goodbye.
Goodbye.